I was an editor at a men's magazine called Argosy. The managing editor threw a pile of pictures on my desk and said, "This Tootsie hasn't been in a movie yet, but she's all over the place, posing for anything." And so my job was to write captions for this ubiquitous starlet who would pose for anything. So that after a while she was more of a joke than a serious figure. But the interesting thing always was, if you looked at the pictures, you could see that she was in on the joke. In 1955, Marilyn was at a turning point in her life. She had just come to New York, left behind her marriage to Joe DiMaggio, left behind her studio contract, which she was being sued for, and was determined to start a new life and study at the Actors Studio and become a serious actress. Up to then, she had been wildly successful playing in these jiggly movies, and apparently that wasn't enough for her. So that when she came to New York and started on all this, it occurred to me that it would be interesting to see what her life was going to be like under these new circumstances. We were just going to do the story and see where it led us. And what was surprising was how far it led us into her life. You know, there were several evenings, one where she went to the premiere of Cat on a Tin Roof, another when she went with us to Costello's Saloon, another where she rode the pink elephant at the circus. She was totally open and available. There was no movie star facade. And if anything, there was a kind of vulnerability. If you look at all of the movies she made, they don't add up to the answer of why she still has this appeal. You have to look at the still photographs, the thousands and thousands, you know, that show her essence. People sense that you were being given access to something you don't normally see. The photographer was my best friend, Ed Feingersh. His approach to his work was so intense. It was his life, and for Marilyn, it was pretty much the same. It was the one thing in life that gave them their identity.